I'll give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Rakakwadash. Give honor to the elders, apostles, great men, stories of this truth and sincerity, citations to the hopeful and spirit of the forgiveness of that. This will be another daily brand title, the Most High charge to Joshua, okay? So I'm going to start here in Joshua 1:1 reads, Now after the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord, Yahweh, it came to pass that Yahweh spake unto Joshua, the son of Nun, Moses' minister, saying, Moses, my servant, is dead. Now therefore arise, go over this Jordan, thou and all this people, unto the land which I do give to them, even to the children of Israel, which is referring to the land of Canaan. Okay, the land that was the land of Canaan, which was in possession of the heathens. Okay, the Canaanites. Every place that the sole of your foot should tread upon, that have I given unto you, as I said unto Moses. From the wilderness in this Lebanon, even to the great river, the river Euphrates, all the land of the Hittites, and unto the great sea, toward the going down of the sun, should be your coast. There should not any man be able to stand before thee all the days of thy life. As I was with Moses, so I will be with thee. I will not fail thee nor forsake thee. So the Lord will ensure that, Joshua, he's gonna be successful. He's gonna be able to fulfill, the Lord's commandments, okay, to him. So the Lord Yahweh gonna be with him. Really out, which is, through Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Shah being the who delivered the Israelites out of Egypt. Okay, so Yahweh Shah, by the commandment of the Father, gonna be with gonna ensure that Joshua get delivered from, the nation's attacks, etc. Be strong and of a good courage, for unto this people shalt thou divide for an inheritance the land which I swear unto their fathers to give them. Okay, which going back to assigning the 12 to each 12 tribes, they had a land. Okay, they owned a piece of that land of Canaan. Okay. These 12 tribes of Israelites own a land of Canaan. They all have their own land, their own borders. Only be thou strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do according to all the law which Moses my servant commanded thee. Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left, that thou mayest prosper wheresoever that goes. Right. So, in order for the Israelites to prosper, right, in order for Joshua to prosper, he has to keep the commandments of the Lord. Okay. He cannot forsake them. Okay. This book of the law should not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. Okay. So the book of the law, the first 5 books, right? The laws, right? Leviticus, okay, Deuteronomy, right? Deuteronomy, really, the main laws, right? The 10 Commandments, okay, cannot depart, out of the Israelites' mouth, okay? They have to continue to abide in it and continue to study it, okay? In Psalms, right, we seek, seeking the Lord precept diligently, okay? Constantly, living by, breathing by, and practicing the commandments. Okay, something that our people are not doing now, right? And this is why we're in the state we're in, which are a state means condition that we're in, being in captivity. Okay, because we, refuse to live by, breathe by, and practice the laws of the Lord. Okay, we kept going off, we kept sinning, we kept transgressing. Okay, and we're not prospering. The heathens, they're ruling over us. Have not I commanded thee? Be strong and of a good courage. Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed. For the Lord Yahweh thy God is with thee wheresoever thou goest. Okay, and really, you can take what the Lord said here, right, to apply it to the elect, to the brothers and sisters serving the Lord, right? Because what we're doing is we've been brought back into our identity. We've been reconciled back to the hand of the Father through, His only begotten Son Yahushua. Okay, we received, the new wine, right, the new song. Okay, and we're being reborn through the new wine, through the word of the Lord, through Yahushua. Okay. So, with that in mind, us being reborn through Yahushua, okay, through Yahushua, which is the word, okay, we were now being commanded to, continue transforming our ways, putting off the old man, continue examining ourselves, continue obeying the word of the Lord, obeying Yahushua, and to do His will, to do His commandments. Okay, and if we continue in that spirit, okay, the Lord, He gonna make sure that we're taken care of. He's gonna, what did He say? I will keep thee for the hour to take. Since thou have kept the word of my patience. Kept the word of my patience, I mean what? Living by the, being constantly living by and seeking the word of the Lord. Practicing the word of the Lord. Rehearsing the righteous acts. Okay. Since I had, rough paraphrasing, since I have kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the great tribulation, which is throughout the whole world, which is referred to as the elect. Okay. So, if we continue in that spirit, okay, keeping the word of the Lord, okay, then the Lord, He's a man of His word. He's not gonna, forsake us when MOTB get made mandatory, and we don't have any food, drink. We just left out. No man's land. The Lord, He will make a provision for His elect, right, in the times of covenancy. Just like He made a provision, for the Isrealites that was in the wilderness. Gave them, manna from heaven, okay, and guided and provided security to the Israelites while they made their hike through from the wilderness through the land of Canaan, right, and all the territories of the other nations, i.e. Ammon, Edom, etc. Okay, because really that whole land that is currently possessed by the fake the J-ish, right? If you can read between the lines, and all the land, really, Iran, all the possessed by Iran, right, Iraq, okay, all that land belongs to the Israelites, because the Lord said, any land that the Joshua, the Israelites stepped their foot on belongs to them, basically, okay? So really, for example, the land that the Native Americans, so-called Native Americans, which are the Gad, Reuben, okay, you know, step their foot on, which is America, right, belongs to them. It belongs to the Israelites, okay? So this land is not, it doesn't belong to the heathens, it doesn't belong to Esau, it belongs to the Israelites, okay? You know, which really we own the entire world belongs to us, okay? You know, and all the heathens are just extras, right? They're just servants to the Israelites, okay? You know? Then Joshua commanded the fierce 10th verse. It says, then Joshua commanded the officers of the people, saying, pass through the host, meaning the armies, the camps, and command the people, saying, prepare your visuals, you know, meaning your basically your food, water, clothing, etc. Your for within 3 days you shall pass over this Jordan to go and to possess the land which the Lord your power giving you to possess it. Okay. And to the Reubenites, and to the Gadites, and to the half the tribe of Manasseh spake Joshua, saying, remember the word which Moses, the servant of the Lord, commanded you, say. Oh, gosh. Yeah, please. Yeah, fuck it. Just got attacked by a bird. Where was I? Continue to remember the word which Moses, the servant of the Lord, commanded you, saying, the Lord your power has given you rest and has given you this land. Okay. Your wives, your little ones, and your cattle shall remain in the land which Moses gave you on this side Jordan, but ye shall pass before your brethren on all the mighty men of valor and help them. Okay. Unto the Lord have given your brethren rest, as he has given you. They also have possessed the land which the Lord the power giveth them. Then you shall return to the land of your possession and enjoy it, which Moses the Lord servant gave you on this side of Jordan toward the sun rising. And they answered Joshua, saying, all that thou commandest us, we will do, and whithersoever thou sendest us, we will go. According as we hearken unto Moses in all things, so will we hearken unto thee. Only the Lord thy power be with thee, as he was with Moses. Whosoever he be that doeth rebel against thy commandment, and will not hearken unto thy words, and all that thou commandest him, he shall be put to death. Only be strong and no courageous. Right, so those Israelites that refuses to hearken unto the word of Moses, which really hearken unto the hearken unto the voice of the Lord, hearken unto the Lord, Yahweh Shah, then they're gonna be put to death, right? You know, they're gonna be put to death. All right. If you refuse to keep the commandments of the Lord, you know the Israelites gonna be put to death, right? Because the commandments are what? They are Deuteronomy 4. Deuteronomy 4 and 5 reads, behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my power commanded me, that, this is Moses speaking, that ye should do so in the land, whether you go to possess it. So, you know, the statutes, commandments, and judgments, right? Judgments, you know, judging according to the law, okay? You know, practicing the commandments of the Lord, okay? In the land that they will go possess, okay? Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom. So the commandments is our wisdom. The laws is our wisdoms, right? And your understanding, right, of knowing what to do, right? Knowing how to handle certain, you know, laws that are transgressed. You know, how to live among the heathen, right? Knowing that you can marry a woman of another nation. You can marry a heathen, right? You just can't worship their gods, okay? That's understanding, you know. Knowing that you can eat the things you can eat. You know, you don't have to eat pork, you know, just to survive, okay? You know, because people like to eat pork because it's the cheapest thing that you can buy, right? But pork, you know, there are other meats out there, other righteous, lawful meats, you know, like turkey that you can't eat, you know, and it's just as good as, and it's more good and more righteous than a pig, okay? Wisdom in your understanding in the sight of the nations, meaning the heathen, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. So the commandments, the laws are so that the nation will see that we are a wise, understanding people, you know. Right now, you know, they're calling us, you know, in this modern time, you know, because our people refuse to hearken to the voice of the Lord, keep his statutes, his laws and commandments, right? Now the heathen, now we have become a infamy among the nation, right? We have bad reputation among the heathens, right? From China, you know, to Esau, Edom, you know, our arch enemy, our evil twin, okay? Who say that we're retarded, you know, we're monkeys, okay? We belong to the zoo, we like intelligence, okay? We're only good for sports, entertainment, okay? You know, which is, we know it's lies, okay? It's all false, right? Because, you know, our people, you know, built America. Our people really built this world, okay? You know, our people are invented most, for example, the GPS, you know, our people invented a lot of things, okay, in order for this world, modern world, to even exist, okay? If it wasn't for our people, we'll still be, really the world won't even be, there won't be no modern world. There won't be no such thing as you can just, go on Google, internet, and type in, a location, and it will be able to map you to that location, okay? We'll still be using ancient maps to get around. Alright? So forth and so on. So I'm going to close it here by giving all honor and glory and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem. That was Shabbat Hashem Kakodash. And next time, say Shalom.